Hello students, in this video let us continue the module 4 infinite series and power series solution. In this video let us learn about D'Alembert's ratio test. If a series sigma un is given, then and if the series is the series of positive terms, then the limit of n tends to infinity, un plus 1 by un is equal to lambda. So I'll explain this. If a series sigma un is given, we have to write the nth term of the series and represent the nth term by un. After that, we have to write the unth plus 1 term. That is, one is nth term and n plus 1th term we have to write. Then divide it to find un plus 1 by un. If I apply the limit n tends to infinity to this, limit of un plus 1 by un, as n tends to infinity, we get certain value lambda. So, if the value of lambda is less than 1, then the series is convergent. If the value of lambda is greater than 1, then the series is divergent. The test fails if it is equal to 1. The value of, when you apply the limit, the value should be either greater than 1 or less than 1 to be convergent or divergent. If you get exactly 1, the ratio test fails. So let us understand this using one problem. Test the convergence of the series. Once here, this is a typing error, make the correction. It should be 1 square. 1 square by 1 factorial, 2 square by 2 factorial, 3 square by 3 factorial, etc. I told you to apply the D'Alembert's ratio test, first we have to write the nth term. Nth term we represent it by un. So how to find the nth term? See here. Each numerator is an exponential form, is in the exponential form. Base of the exponential, if you check, it is a natural counting numbers, natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the natural number is given by the value n. Base is n, the exponential value is same 2. So numerator becomes n square. Denominator, if you see, it is again 1, 2, 3, 4. You will get 1, 2, 3, 4 continuous, it goes on. Again it is a natural number. So it is n, along with that you have a factorial. So un we have written as n square by n factorial. So n, this is the nth term. So n plus 1th term, we have, wherever n is there, we have to take n plus 1. So here where n is there, I will take n plus 1 whole square. Here also n is there, I will take n plus 1 factorial. Next step is, we have to divide this now and apply limit of n tends to infinity. So limit of un plus 1 by un as n tends to infinity is equal to limit of n tends to infinity, un plus 1 is this one I have written here, divided by un is here I have written in the denominator. So this is of the form a by b divided by c by d, which is nothing but a by b into d by c. Denominator is written in the form of the reciprocal. So here it becomes, so numerator I have written as it is. Here I have taken the reciprocal. So n factorial by n square. We will try to simplify this. So to simplify this, as we have done in the previous examples, here from the numerator I will take here, if you see n is there, So highest power will be n square. I will take n square common outside. Since n is there, n square I have taken out. So first term becomes 1. Here 1 is there. It becomes 1 by n. Whole square is outside. Divided by n plus 1 can be written as n plus 1 into 3 factorial. To understand this, look here. 4 factorial can be written as 4 into 3 factorial. It is same. Similarly, n plus 1 factorial can be written as n plus 1 into n factorial. 4 factorial. 4 I have written as it is and I have taken 1 less. 3 factorial. Similarly here n plus 1 factorial I have written as n plus 1 into n factorial. The next term I will write as it is. So now the next term I have written as it is. Now let us cancel this. Cancel the terms. Here when I cancel n factorial get cancels. N square cancels. So 1 plus 1 by n square and n plus 1 remains. Here we have already taken n square common outside. So numerator I will keep as it is. In the denominator I will take n common. So this n becomes 1 here and 1 becomes 1 by n. Now apply the limit. When you apply the limit, it becomes 1 plus 1 by infinity divided by, here it is infinity. 1 plus 1 by infinity. So this is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1 divided by infinity plus 1 by infinity is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 by infinity plus 1 is 1 by infinity. 1 by infinity is 0. That is what we have got here. So we get the value as 0. And 0 is naturally less than 1. So according to D'Alembert's test, I told you if it is less than 1, it is convergent. If it is greater than 1, it is divergent. If it is equal to 1, the test fails. The value of the given series is less than 1, hence the series is convergent. So you will clearly understand when we go to the next problem. Second problem, 1 plus 2 by 2 factorial by 2 square, 3 factorial by 3 square, 4 factorial by 4 square. So 1 means 1 by 1 factorial. We have to write the nth term now. See the numerators. It is 1 factorial, 1 by 1 to the power 4. Here 1 by 1 to the power 1. 1 factorial by 1 to the power 1. So if you see the numerator, it is 1, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial. So all are natural numbers. So numerator becomes n factorial. Denominator, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is again n. And see the powers. It is also 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes on increasing. So it is n to the power n. So the sequence, the series we have written it as un here. Sigma n factorial by n to the power n. And nth term is only this. N factorial by n to the power n. So for un plus 1, I told you to replace n by n plus 1. When I replace n factorial, it becomes n plus 1 factorial. N to the power n becomes n plus 1 to the power n plus 1. Now we have to divide un plus 1 by un and apply the limits. When un plus 1 by un, limit n tends to infinity, I have taken here. So I told you it is in the form a by b divided by c by d, which becomes a by b into d by c. So the denominator is taken in the form of reciprocal and shown here. To simplify, as in the previous problem, n plus 1 factorial I will write as n plus 1 into n factorial divided by here n plus 1 to the power n plus 1. See, a to the power m plus 1 can be written as a to the power m into a to the power 1. So if bases are same, we can add the powers. So added powers we can split into 2. Similarly here the power we will split and write as n plus 1 into n plus 1 to the power n. So next let us cancel n factorial, n factorial, n plus 1, n plus 1. So n to the power n and n plus 1 to the power n remains. To simplify, from this n plus to the power n, I will take out n. I have to take along with the power. So I will take out n to the power n outside. Instead of n, it becomes 1, and where 1 is there, it becomes 1 by n. N to the power n to the power n cancels. And if you see the denominator, it is limit of n tends to infinity 1 by 1 plus 1 by n to the power n. I have already given in the note the value of this is e. So it becomes 1 by e. Check using your calculator. The value of 1 by e is less than 1. Since the value of limit of n tends to infinity un plus 1 by un is less than 1, by D'Alembert's ratio test, the series is convergent. Let us move on to the next problem. Discuss the convergence of the series sigma from n is equal to 1 to infinity n square by 3 to the power n. Let us write the nth term. They have given it n square by 3 to the power n. Un plus 1 is equal to, in the place of n I will put n plus 1. Here also in the place of n I will put n plus 1. Now limit of n tends to infinity un plus 1 by un is equal to limit of n tends to infinity n plus 1 square by 3 to the power n plus 1 divided by n square by 3 to the power n. Let us take the reciprocal and rewrite it. Now let us start the cancellation. I told you here 3 to the power n plus 1 I have split into 3 to the power n into 3. N plus 1 whole square written as it is. 3 to the power n, 3 to the power n cancels. Now what remains? Here 3 remains. Here n plus 1 whole square remains. So n plus 1 whole square by 3n square remains. From the numerator I have taken n square, so that the inside the bracket we get 1 plus 1 by n whole square. And denominator is 3n square. Again 3n square cancels. When you apply the value, or when you apply the value of n as n tends to infinity, it becomes 1 plus 1 by infinity whole square by 3. 1 by infinity is 0. So 1 plus 0 whole square is 1. So you will get 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is surely less than 1. Therefore, by D'Alembert's ratio test, sigma un is convergent. So if you go on practicing these problems, you will understand this, and these are very easy problems to score in the university exam. So let us take one more. Test the convergence of the series sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity n factorial by n to the power n whole square. Here you have already studied in laws of indices. A to the power m whole to the power n can be written as a to the power m into n or mn. Same thing we will do here. N to the power n whole to the power 2 is there. So we will simplify it and write as n factorial by n to the power 2n. This is our un. So un plus 1 is n plus 1 factorial. In the place of n plus 1. Here also in the place of n, 2 into n plus 1. Let us simplify the bracket. N plus 1 factorial, n plus 1 to the power 2n plus 2 it is. Two n plus 2. So 2n plus 2, n plus 1, 2n plus 2. So this I have split it as n plus 1 to the power 2n into n plus 1 to the power 2. We have split it and written. So let us take the ratio of it. So limit of un plus 1 by un as n tends to infinity becomes limit of n tends to infinity. I have directly taken the reciprocal and written here. So it is n plus 1 factorial by n plus 1 to the power 2n into n plus 1 to the power 2, and here I have taken the reciprocal and written as n to the power 2n by n factorial. So to simplify, as we have done the previous two problems, n plus 1 factorial I will write as n plus 1 into n factorial. Denominator written as it is. Here n factorial cancels. One of the n plus 1 cancels here. So what remains? N to the power 2n. Here one n plus 1 is there. Here n plus 2n is there. Bases are same. When we add the powers, we get n plus 1 into n plus 1 to the power 2n plus 1. Still let us simplify further. So n to the power 2n. Here if you take n common, n to the power 2n common, n to the power 2n if you take common, 1 by 1 plus n to the power 2n. Here also n I have taken common, 1 plus 1 by 2n, and apply the limit n tends to infinity. You get the value like this. So 1 by infinity, here when you apply 1 by infinity becomes 0. Here also 1 by infinity becomes 0. So it will be 1 by 1 plus 0 to the power infinity. Here one n is there. So it becomes infinity. 1 by infinity is 0. So 0 is definitely less than 1. Therefore, by D'Alembert's ratio test, the series sigma un is convergent. Let us move on to the next problem. Test the convergence of the series n factorial into 3 to the power n by n to the power n. So nth term we have written here. N plus 1 term. In the place of n we will put n plus 1. Wherever n is there I have taken n plus 1. Let us divide. So this is what I have get. So take the reciprocal of this, that is n to the power n by n factorial into 3 to the power n. To simplify, n factorial, n plus 1 factorial I have split and written as n plus 1 into n factorial. 3 to the power n plus 1 I have written as 3 to the power n into 3. Here base also I have split as n plus 1 to the power n into n plus 1. I have already told you. A to the power m plus 1 can be written as a to the power m into a to the power n. Now cancel whichever you can cancel. 3 to the power n, 3 to the power n cancels. Then n factorial cancels. Here n plus 1 cancels. So here 3 n to the power n remains. In the denominator n plus 1 to the power n remains. So next step, n to the power n I have taken common. When I take common, first term becomes 1, second term 1 becomes 1 by n. N to the power n to the power n cancels, and we know limit of 1 plus 1 by n to the power n as n tends to infinity is e. So 3 by e. If you check in your calculator, the value of 3 by e is greater than 1. And according to the D'Alembert's ratio test, if the value is greater than 1, the series is divergent. So, for this video, we have done 5 problems. You work out these problems, and if you have any doubts, just give me a call and clarify it. For the rest of the problems, watch the next video. Thank you.